Hey y'all, welcome back to Faith Budgets. I'm currently taking control of my finances by paying off debt and saving at the same time. On this channel, I'll be posting videos about how we use a zero-based budget, sinking funds, and cash stuffing to pay off debt and save at the same time. If that's content that you're interested in, then please keep watching and definitely hit the subscribe button and join us on this journey to financial freedom. Hey guys, okay, so this is our monthly budget overview for March. How are you guys doing? I can't believe that February is already almost over. So I guess by the time this posts, it probably will be, because I was running a little bit behind for my March monthly budget set up. So I was running late on that. Try to get this March budget set up before the end of February, but so this is my monthly budget. I created this on Canva. It's kind of like the Budget Moms. That's what I normally use, but I needed more sinking funds, lines for my sinking funds, and not really a lot for savings challenges or extra debt. So I just kind of created this to fit my budget. I mean, I'll probably link it in the description if anybody wants it. You can have a copy of it. Feel free to use it. But I was just wanting to put all my sinking funds on one page. I was putting it on an additional page for my monthly overview. So I do have a spot for income, fixed expenses, variable expenses, sinking funds, and then the final totals here at the bottom to get me to that zero-based budget. And then this is the monthly funding plan for our sinking funds, so that I know how much that will be coming out of each paycheck. I mapped that out after I did my bills and my variable spending. So let's just get started on this. This will be a little bit longer than a usual budget with me. If you're new to my channel, thank you for coming. If you're a returned subscriber, thank you for coming back. I started this channel to hopefully just hold us more accountable and maybe even help, I guess, motivate or inspire others to join in on this budgeting journey, and be maybe like a little motivator to some, and motivate myself as well. So I really enjoyed this community. It's me and my husband. We have 3 kids, older than the usual budgeting families on here. I don't see a lot of over 40. If you are, please reach out. But I enjoy watching the younger ladies do their budgets too. It's me, my husband, and we have 3 kids. My oldest one is 21. He's in college. He don't live here with us. The other 2 live with us. They are teenagers. Okay, where was I? So if you're new, it's me and my husband. We have 3 kids. My oldest son is 21. He lives about 3 hours from here. He's in college. The other 2 are teenagers. They live here with us. Junior and senior in high school. I work full-time. I work from home in the healthcare. I'm a medical coder. And my husband works in the utility services. And we both get at least 40 hours a week right now. We are getting some opportunities for overtime, so we're taking advantage of that. Anytime we get overtime, we're trying to pay extra on our debt and towards our sinking funds. So hopefully we'll continue to get a little bit of overtime. And if you have any questions about anything that I'm talking about or anything that I put on here, or getting tips or suggestions, please put them in the comments. I love chatting back with you guys and getting to know all the different budgeting types and categories and styles. So you learn a lot on the YouTube community here. Okay, the monthly budget, this is going to be for March. Go ahead and fill this in. Let's just get started in here on this. And like I said, I created this on Canva, and I'll try to link if I can, I'll try to attach the PDF down below in the description. Maybe if I can figure that out. Let me see if I can zoom you guys in. Is that any better? It's kind of hard to tell. I have to turn sideways to write it, so. Okay. Let me just move these up out of the way. Okay, let's just get started here on the income. A little bit more. There we go. So the date will be 3/8 on this. We'll actually get 4 paychecks this month. That's another thing I forgot to say. We both get paid bi-weekly, but we're on opposite payrolls, so we end up getting paid once a week. So we'll get 4 paychecks this week. Last month in February, we got 5 checks because it was a magic month for us. So I get paid on every other Thursday. My husband gets paid on every other Friday. So we get paid once a week. Works out pretty good. I like it like that. It's a little bit easier for me to budget. So 3/8, and then I just estimate the lowest amount. And then if we do have any more, then whenever I come back to do the actuals, I can put that in here. But right now we're just doing the lowest estimated. I get pretty close to it. Sometimes I might be a little, I'm under usually most of the time because we do get some overtime. So I try to keep it as low as we can, you know, on our budgeting. Okay. And I want to put number 1, number 2. That way we can keep up with the weeks. That's how I kind of keep it in my budget binder. Over here I have a 3-ring binder that I put all this in. But it's just easier to write with it like this. 322, and what was the other one? 328. Oh, I forgot that. That will be, we have another income coming in there. I have 2 incomes on number 3, paycheck number 3. With Social Security. Okay. For my sons. Okay, me and then hubby. Social Security, and then me again. Okay. Number 4. Okay, we'll get it right in a minute. So $1,600, and the reason his is lower than mine is because he has the insurance taken out of his, and he also has some other money taken out for his daughter. So that's taken out before we see this. So when we do have health insurance through his work, so that's taken out too. And 401k and all, you know, lots of 600, and then 31. Okay, let's add this up. This is looking like a pretty good month. Oh, 10,000. Yeah, $10,000 a month, and that just seems crazy to me that we even make that much. I just don't know where it goes. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to budget this out for the whole month. Then and pay our bills first, fixed expenses, and then we'll do our variable expenses, and then we'll come up here and do our sinking funds. So let's just get started on the fixed expenses, and this will be bills that we know we're going to have every month, regardless, utilities. And I also put my debt payments in here too. We only have 1 debt left. Well, we have our mortgage, but then we also have 1 debt. I put that in here with this because it's a monthly payment. And then in my weekly budget by paycheck worksheet, there's a spot that I've created for extra debt if I do end up paying extra debt on a certain week. So I didn't put that in here because I wanted more room for my sinking funds. And when I'm doing my initial budget for the month, I'm not necessarily planning to pay extra. This is just kind of the bottom dollar of what we're paying for everything for that month. And then if anything extra, that's good. So, okay, so first we have mortgage. And this will be due on the April 1st, but we go ahead and we pay that in March. So I should have rounded that up, I guess. And I mostly round everything else up, and I'll split that into 2 checks. The 2 larger checks here, I'll split that and do $811 in each one of those to pay that. So it's not such a hard hit on 1 check, and that way I can do some other bills in there with it and some sinking funds, and we have our variable expenses taken out too. So, okay, Plexus. I'm an ambassador for Plexus. Supplements, vitamins, probiotics, my collagen, my husband's vitamins, so 237 on that. I don't know why I'm putting the zeros. I don't normally do that. This does not erase good on this paper for some reason. It normally erases pretty good. Okay, we have 2 State Farm bills. This is the first one. $314. $256 for this one. This is just for one of them. My older son, we do pay his because he pays for everything else while he's in college. I pay for his insurance and his cell phone. Internet, we do have a low internet bill where we live. $315 is when it's due. It's $24. And I just round up here on all this. And then like the water, I do an estimate. It's around 55, I'm hoping again. This is one of the child support. Okay. This is part of it. I'll pay another part at the end, and then he also pays some here. So, and he has insurance on her too. Okay, $217 there. Electric. Oh, $275. Life insurance. This is my life insurance that I have outside of my work. I think it's with Pacific Life. I'm not sure. Yeah, Pacific Life. And then we have Verizon. $323. And it is $219. This is for 4 phones, I believe we have. Yes, and an Apple Watch. So 3 phones and an Apple Watch. And then we have Apple Music. I have the family plan for all of us. That's something we do use. It's not a necessity, but it is a want. $19 for that. Okay. Loud truck going by, jarring the windows. Oh, here's the big one. State Farm. This is the other one. This is for all other vehicles we have. $687. Crazy. That's for 4 vehicles and a side by side. Yukon, Chevy. Yes, 4 vehicles and side by side, and one of those vehicles is my 17-year-old son. So that's outrageous. If you have teen drivers, you know what I'm talking about. Crazy. Seems like it just keeps going up. Netflix. $328. $26 on that one. The other part of the child support. I don't know why I put $329. Oh, yeah. This chair's popping. $217. And then the auto savings that I have that goes to Ally, that will come out of the 2 checks of mine. So I just like to put this in here so that I make sure to track that on my spreadsheet. It comes out of my check automatically. So usually my check is $3,100, but subtract that 100. I usually just have $3,000 to put in this budget, but I like to document this 100 so I know 100 per check. Oh, I don't have to put a date on that. Okay, be 200. And then cushion. I do a $25 cushion for each paycheck, so there's 4 in this month, so that'll be 100. That's just kind of building up my checking account buffer. We don't take our checking account down to 0, even though we do a 0-based budget. We just give all the bills, all the money that we have, income coming in, we give it an assignment. So this is an assignment that I'm giving this money. It's $100 a month, but you know, it's not necessarily being spent on a bill or anything specific. It's there as a buffer to catch if some of these bills are over, or if we do an online purchase, maybe we need to purchase something that we didn't actually plan for, and then I can reimburse it with our sinking funds and take that money back to the bank. But it's kind of there to help with those things. And then here is the Honda. This is our only debt that we have, and it's not due until the 5th of April, but we don't get paid until April the 8th, so I do need to pay this before that check, before March is over with. So $400 on that's what we budget for that. Hopefully we get to pay more. And then also here I put gas and Walmart. I know it's not a fixed expense, but it is. And I've been out of frame. Sorry guys. I'll move up now. So Honda is here, and then gas and Walmart. For I use our debit card for this, so I don't take it out in our cash envelopes here. So that's why I like to put it up here, and I know I've kind of tweaked my budget enough now to know how much I need in my Walmart category, because that is for food, and that'll be for groceries, household items, bathroom items, personal hygiene, anything like that I can get at Walmart. So I put all that together, and I do a weekly grocery pickup at Walmart and get the things that we need for the week. So I separate it out, but I budgeted up here so that I know it's in my debit card. So I do $200 for gas a week. Oh, that's weekly. Okay, I've got to change that. This is my monthly budget, sorry. I'm used to doing it by the week. So yeah, that'll be $800 then, because we do $200 a week. $260 a week for Walmart would be $1,040. And I'm thinking about putting this on the credit card and getting points for this, because I'm already allocating this money here, and then just pay the credit card bill with it. That's what I'm gonna maybe try to do. Okay, now let's go down here to variable expenses. Make sure you guys can see. And these will be the same every paycheck. But I'll do it here for the month, so I'll times the amounts by 4. So let's just write these down. Food, church, me, hubby, self-care, fun, miscellaneous, kids, dogs, and meds. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. Sorry, guys. We need to add this up. So we'll go over here and add our totals here for our fixed expenses before we move on to our variable. Sorry, I'm running on fumes today, I think, and I have a head cold.
Let's add this up.
Okay, I know what it was. I forgot to put Bible study here, and it's $20 a month, so I don't have a line for that, so I will just add 20 to that. Okay, so it ended up being $6,440 with the Bible study there. So okay. So now let's see what we have we'll subtract that from the 10,000. Okay, that leaves us with 3,560. Okay. Like you guys can't see. Let me see. So I'm just gonna put that right here as my leftover. Okay. So now we can put our amounts in here for our variable expenses. Food will be getting, I do 50 a week on that, so that'll be 200. And usually I write that right here so that I'll know. And church is 45. That's 180. Me, I bumped that up just a little bit. 40. So that's 160 a month. Hubby, he's going to get all his 150, but I think he is going to end up, you know, after he gets his 150 out in cash, he will be giving me some to put in his envelope. He don't know for sure how much he wants to give me yet, so he just told me to do it like that for this month. Okay, 30 for self-care. Fun. 20. Miscellaneous 20. Kids 30. Dogs, I moved them up to 20. I was doing 15, but it seems like I kept running out of money when it was time to go get their dog food, so. And meds is 25, so that'd be 100. Okay, so let's add these up to see what we have for our variable expenses for the month. Okay, we have 1,720 for our variable expenses. 1,720. So let's subtract that from the 3,560 minus 1,720. Okay, that's going to leave me with 1,840 for our sinking funds. I love to do the sinking funds. That's my favorite part. So what did I say? 1,840. So I'm just going to put that here so that I know. That's my leftover. Okay, so here's all the categories for our sinking funds. And I will not, sometimes I won't be able to, you know, stuff them every single time, but I do like to write them on here and maybe at least get some of it throughout the month, you know. I might not be able to do it every paycheck. But this is my plan for March, and it can change every month. Everybody's budget's different. Every month is different. Okay, so for the emergency fund, I'm just doing 5. We already have our fully funded. Well, I don't know that it's not fully funded. We have $1,000 in our immediate savings account that is tied to our checking, and then we also have another $1,000 in our Ally savings account. So I have 2 emergency funds. One is for easy access, and then the other one is in Ally. That's what I'm adding to now. I already have 1,000 in there, a little over 1,000, maybe 1,100, 1,200. So I'm adding a little bit to that each paycheck, each month, to kind of build that up a little bit more, because I just don't think $2,000 is enough for emergency fund for a family of, you know, 3 or 4 or 5. You know, I just think maybe $1,000 is enough for one person. So I'm not sure. I know that a lot of things have changed since that's kind of been the going number. So let me know what you guys do. Do you do $1,000 for your emergency fund, or do you do more? And my goal is to, you know, do the 3 to 6 months, the saving up for the emergency fund. But I first want to save up for a month ahead. That's my next goal for my sinking fund, my binders, savings binders, to do a month ahead binder to get. I'll just get a month ahead on the fixed expenses is my plan. So, but for now, we're going to do 5 in the emergency fund, and this will be going into Ally. So that'll be 20 for the month. Let's see, can you guys see? I'm worried that you guys can't see. Christmas. This was my very first. Christmas was my very first sinking fund that I created. everybody needs a Christmas and emergency fund. That was the two main. And then also car maintenance. That was the three that I had when I very first, started budgeting. So $200 for Christmas, lease land. My husband leases land to hunt with his dad. They go in together on it. And I think it's like $500 each. So I do $15 a paycheck, or it'd be $60 a month. And UT tickets, we purchased Tennessee Volunteers college football tickets, season tickets to go to watch the football games. That's where my son goes to college. He's not a football player, but he does go there, and we go watch the football games. Oh, it's $35 a week or $140 a month. Graduation. This is for upcoming graduations for college and high school with our 3 kiddos. And parties, we'll be doing a graduation party for the high school kiddos. Okay, $41.60. I get off track when I start talking. Vacation. I'm doing a vacation with my sisters this summer. We're taking the kids to the beach. And I said Orange Beach, Florida, I think in one of my videos, but it's Orange Beach, Alabama. I'm so used to going to Florida when we go to the beach, but we're actually going to try a little bit different this time, go over a little bit to Alabama. I already got the room booked, our condo, and we're going in August, so we are excited. And this is my son's savings from where his dad passed, so I do put money in here for this. Oops. This is just part of it. The other part I put in a different one for him, so some stuff I don't put on here. Okay, anniversary, I'm not putting anything, but I am going to write it. I don't know why. Our anniversary is this month, in March. And I spelled anniversary wrong. Getting all sidetracked here. See, this pen, I was bragging on it, and it was erasing good, but on this paper, maybe where the lines, I did the darker lines on this. Probably why. And my throat is hurting. Sorry, guys. That still does not look right. Chicken scratch there, okay. And then here, I've added this one. This is the month ahead. I'm going to try to get a month ahead. So I'm going to do $35 a week on that, and that'll be $140. I'm going to try it and see if I can. My plan is to put $5 into each category. That I have a list over here in my binder. I'm going to do it kind of like Stephanie did on Steph's on a Budget. And you kind of do it like a snowball effect. I set up my binder. I put $5 in each. And then when the first one gets, you start from the smallest to the largest. And I think the smallest one is probably like our $19 one, yeah, Apple Music. And I rounded up to the nearest $5. So that would have been $20. So when I get that one to $20, then I would move to the next one. That one's done. It's fully funded. So I'll put a fully funded placeholder in there. And then the next $5, extra $5 will go to the second one, and so on. So it's like a snowball effect for your month ahead. I think that'll be, give you a little momentum where you can see them each as they're paid, fully funded. So I'm excited about that. And then we have home maintenance. Always need home maintenance. Even if you rent, if you have a new house or whatever, it's just always something that you're going to need for your home. And then weddings, we have kids that are, well, my oldest, he's about to get engaged, so I'm excited. I'm going to save up to contribute some to the wedding or honeymoon or something. I don't know. Sam's is $25, so that's getting $100. Memberships and subscriptions. Okay, that's getting $15 a check, so it's $60. Land tax. We own land that's not with our home, we own it outright. It's not with our mortgage, so we do have to pay land tax separately on that. It's not included in our escrow. So $5, $20 a month on that, and then car maintenance, $25. We definitely need to build this up. We have older vehicles, so build this up, and I want to save this $100 that I save for over here. This auto savings, I put that in Ally in my SUV bucket because I'm saving for another SUV, or newer to me. I want to get a new one, but and then that way, whenever we do sell our older one, and I'll have some money to put down on it, or won't have to borrow so much money. Hopefully, I don't want to go back in debt, but we'll see how long the vehicles can last. Senior year and prom, that is coming up. It's almost prom season. They're getting things planned for that, getting pictures scheduled, and where they're going to eat and all the good stuff. I need to get on the tuxedo rental. Birthdays and gifts. This is for birthdays for our immediate family. And then also gifts for maybe friends and family that are graduating, their kids are graduating, or maybe like baby shower gifts, wedding gifts. And then also, like if we give to funeral donations or sending flowers to the funeral home, anything like that's going to come out of this one too. 10, so I'm going to do 40 on that. We were able to use that last week. That came in handy. It was really a blessing to be able to do that for family friend. Did I do that right? Okay, 40, yeah. And then travel gets 25. So that'll be 100. And then holidays. What did I say? 10 on that. I separated those out into my binder, so I'll probably just do like $5 in each one, and then move on to the next one. Some of the bigger ones will have more, like Mother's Day and Father's Day. We want to put more in those. We have car tags. And then I think I put date night, but I didn't put anything in it. In landscaping. That's just if I have any extra. After, we get paid and we see, but I wanted to write those on there so I don't forget. Oh, what did I say? Car tags 15, so that's gonna be 60. Okay. Okay, so let's add all this up to see what we have. I'm hoping it's, 1840. That's what I had mapped out. So let's see what we have here. Okay, let's add this up now. Okay, 1840 is what we have on that. So perfect. I mapped it out good. So our sinking funds total will be 1840. So then I added this little box here at the bottom just to get my final totals and make sure that I'm staying on track for the zero-based budget. So our total income was estimated to be $10,000. Minus our expenses was $6,440. And then our sinking funds, savings and sinking funds, was $1,840. Oh, okay, I need to subtract that. I need to put the 400 because I want to keep the debt separate. That's right. So 6,040. And then the debt that I paid was, my debt payment here was 400. So let's make sure we got the zero-based budget here. Oh, me, I forgot to put that in there. Yeah, so let's subtract this from our expenses. Will be 10,000 minus, and then we'll do the variable expenses with it also. Minus 1720 minus 1840 minus 400. Yeah, 0. So our expenses, probably need to add another line there, or I can add these up here. Let's see. That's minus the 400. I took that out. So okay, and then 1720 for total expenses 7,760. That is combined both expenses, fixed and variable. That's what I did. Okay. Can't remember what I did on that. Okay. Okay, that leaves a zero-based budget. And so then what I did, and how I got to all this was, let me zoom you guys back out. Whoop, wrong way. I did the highlighter method that the budget mom does for mapping out my the bills for each paycheck. I do the highlighter method so that I know which ones are getting paid with which paycheck, and then put those in there in the calendar like that, and then I would map it all out for variable expenses. And then this is the monthly funding plan. I got this from the Simple Budget. This is to show all my sinking funds, the amount that I want to put in there for the month, and then each week how much money that I have left. Zoom back in. The money that I have left here at the top after I have mapped out the bills that'll be coming out of that check, and after I've mapped out the variable expenses. That's what's left to go into sinking funds. That way I know how much to allocate for each category, for each paycheck. And then I wrote it like this so that I put a line there or dash or whatever it's called, so that whenever I do get paid, for instance, if it's more money than what I had budgeted for, I can change my numbers here so that I can increase, and I put the asterisks here on the side on some of the sinking funds that I want to pay attention to if I do have extra money, to put some extra in these sinking funds. And then that gives me the totals here at the bottom. So, and then I had been doing it in blue ink here, and that way I know that that has been tallied up. So, okay, that is our March monthly budget overview. And then I have created our paycheck budget worksheet to go along with this. This would be for our budget by paycheck. Each week we will take from our monthly budget the bills that are allocated to be paid for, this. I'll go by my calendar here. So this first paycheck would be here, and I will do the bills off in the pink here, and then the variable expenses, sinking funds go along just like I did with the monthly budget layout, but it'll only be what's coming out of this paycheck. And all the sinking funds will not be stuffed. I'll follow this monthly funding plan. That's what I'll look at for this paycheck, pay week number 1. So this will be the sinking funds that I'll be putting here. So I hope that makes sense. It kind of took me a little bit to get it all, mapped out correctly, because it's not the same amount for each paycheck, the sinking funds. So I just know how much I want to have out monthly. So I may have to, like here, car maintenance, I wanted to do 25 a week, but I wasn't able to because I didn't have as much in these paychecks. So I just separated it out and did 50 in this one and 25 in those. So I had to map it out however I need to do it, according to which bills fall where in the month. And this paycheck budget worksheet is a little bit different than the monthly because I put a spot here for the extra debt. That way, if I do get paid, if we get paid extra during this paycheck, then I can add extra debt here if I need to. After I've already, I'm going to always put my fixed bills here, and that bill's going to be paid regardless, the monthly budget, the monthly Honda payment, debt payment. And then if I do have extra, I'll put that here. And that way I can calculate, now I'll know how much extra debt we've paid per month. And then I have the cash breakdown sheet. This is from the Simple Budget also. Cash breakdown sheet. This is what it looks like for each paycheck. My budget by paycheck routine. I use these 2 sheets here. And then I always reference back to this monthly funding plan. So that's what it looks like whenever I do my weekly paycheck. So first I map it out monthly, and then I do budget by paycheck for every week. Okay, I hope that wasn't so confusing. And like I said, I'm going to try to link these in the description PDF if anybody wants to use these. I mean, they fit for our budget, and if they fit for you, you're more than welcome to try it and see if you like how I have it laid out. It's just a simple budget by paycheck worksheet. Okay, so that is our monthly, and now we're ready for March to get set up and go with our paycheck that'll be coming on March the 8th. So we do have one more paycheck coming on the 29th, and that's coming up. So, yeah, on the 29th. I'm sorry. I don't know what day it is. And I'll do a budget with me for that last paycheck in February, and then I'll do a cash stuffing for that paycheck, and then we'll start in on March. We'll be ready to get started on our next month's budget. And I also do debt tracking Thursdays. Okay, this seems like I've been talking forever on here. I hope I didn't confuse anybody. I hope it made sense to somebody. And if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. I'll be glad to answer to the best of my ability. I'm not sure that I would help in any kind of way, but maybe at least some motivation. And I guess I'll just see you guys next time. Thanks.